Hey guys, it's Erim, and today I'm going to be talking you through something that has really changed my life, and that is journaling. So let's get into it. This is my journal, and let me just preface this video by saying to you, I never thought I was gonna be that girl to preach or to be excited or to even speak or do journaling. I used to look at journaling like, so I just got really in my head about journaling. I was like, I don't enjoy writing. It like hurts my hand. I'm not a journaling person. And to be honest, people have been talking to me and trying to encourage me to do journaling for about the whole of 2020. And I was just like, no, I'm not about that life. I don't need to do it. I don't know what happened to me, but for some reason, I just thought one night, let me try journaling. And it was the weirdest experience. So for me as an influencer, I don't know how many of you guys can relate, but like a lot of what I say, what I do, what I write is online. So in my mind, when I'm thinking about things, it's for an audience. It's very rare that I create or do something where I am the sole consumer. So as I'm writing, I was realizing like there's absolutely no judgment here because it's literally just me who's going to be the one reading it. You know, unless you're living in like a desi household where your grandma likes to check under your bed or under your pillow for your journals. I don't live in that type of household. So I knew that it was kind of like just a book for me to write my stuff in. When you start writing in your journal, and I have recommended it to so many different people, don't look at it as something that you're gonna have to tell people about or that even you're gonna have to read back one day. You don't. I personally don't. I write it, as far as I'm concerned, that page can be burned afterwards. Like it doesn't make a difference to me as long as I've got my feelings and thoughts about the day and about anything else really down on paper. A lot of people say, well, what if I don't have anything to write about? And that's totally fine. You don't have to do it every day. But I did read somewhere that if you're gonna try and start a habit, you cannot allow 2 consecutive days to miss it. But I would definitely encourage you guys to give it a go and give it a go for about a month, because that initial fear of, will I have anything to write about? Am I boring? Is someone going to read it? That will soon start to dissipate and you will start to enjoy the feeling of journaling. And I honestly, to this day, guys, like I said, I can't believe I'm sat here telling you guys I like journaling. Like it really is something that I pushed against for such a long time. Okay, so I am going to show you guys my journal. Now, this is one that I was kindly gifted by one of my followers, and let me show you something that's really cool. I have this bookmark that one of my followers, Maria Arts, she made this for me. So I use this as my bookmark to remember. What I really like doing is putting the date in the corner and just making sure that like you're able to know like which one it was. I'll read you the first sentence of this just so you guys know, like I struggled. So I said, it's a bit nerve-wracking writing on the first page of a book, especially when you have handwriting like mine. When I say to you guys I have a complex about my handwriting, I really mean it. And it gets to a point where it doesn't even matter what you're writing. You can literally write and say, I am holding a pen in my hand. I am writing on paper. It is sunny outside. Like it doesn't matter, but it's that notion of getting your thoughts and putting them onto paper. Now, one thing I like to kind of do with my journaling as well is manifestation. And this is something that I've only recently been getting into, but I do believe in it because I think I was accidentally doing it all my life. And let me give you an example. With my business by Erim, at not one point in my life did I ever think it wasn't going to work. And I think it was that sheer belief that set out into the universe that this is what Erin believes. This is the vibration that she's frequenting at. This is the frequency. And then they put things into alignment that were vibrating at the same level. Okay, I'm got a bit kooky. I'm not going to go into that too much, but manifestation can work via scripting. So what you can do is write down in many different ways a list of the stuff you want. That's kind of like the first port of call. Then I realized there are other ways to do it, and you can write down imagining what it's like in a particular scenario that you want to be in. So for instance, if you're manifesting moving out and living in your own home, you could write down, I walk into my house, I lock the door, it smells like lavender. I go to my cozy red sofa and da. What that does is put your mind into a state of believing that it's already happened, because you're speaking about it in the present tense, things that you already have. That's going to attract them to you. And even if it doesn't, guys, and even if you don't believe in it, it is still such a lovely feeling imagining what that could be like and just really placing yourself inside that world that you want to exist. Another thing that I use it for is working my way through difficult emotions. So some days I will have a bad day. We all do. For instance, if I'm kind of getting hate online or something like that, what I like to do is, I'm a very self-aware person, I'm a very analytical person, I like to write down how I feel, and then it's this thing called root cause analysis. So keep asking why, and then why to that, why to that, why to that. in doing my journaling, I've realized, without going into it too much, that my why at the base is always the same. Once you've identified that original why problem, you can start to unpack that, and it takes you confronting yourself. There are a lot of things that I'm kind of like, I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to think about it, but you kind of have to. So you're able to fix this layer, therefore this layer can get fixed, this layer can get fixed, and so on and so forth. And it kind of becomes, I'm not too sure the correct way to explain it, but perhaps like a snowball effect. It becomes a snowball effect of healing. And I know that just sounds, again, so kooky. I still can't believe that it's me who's preaching and talking about this. And again, like, if you watch this video and you decide journaling isn't for me, I don't want to try it, that's completely on you. Like, maybe there's something else that's going to work for you in terms of growth, healing. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be coming from a place of pain or hurt to do this journaling. I just really believe that once you've written everything down, I do feel this sense of like mind clarity. Like, a lot of the jumbled up thoughts throughout the day kind of have been put onto paper. I've processed them, and I really try hard to do, like I said, that root cause analysis and try to affirm. So if, for instance, if your root cause, I don't know, is sadness, like, you can affirm, like, I am happy, I deserve to be happy because of XYZ. That affirmations, listen, sis is out here linking all types of spirituality feelings in here. I don't know who I've become, but that kind of like leaves you on a more positive level. And that emptiness of your mind makes it really good place for you to then go into prayer. So I'm Sikh, and I do like my bath at night time. When I'm doing my prayer, a lot of thoughts kind of come in and out of my mind, and it's hard for me to focus. Whereas when I do this before doing my bath, I find it a lot easier because I've got everything out, I've worked through everything, and it really doesn't matter. Some days I do like one little paragraph, sometimes I do 3-4 pages. It just doesn't matter. You just do it how you want to write it. I'm someone who very, very much is like a shorthand writer. Like, I think I was a journalist in another life. Like, I write in like shorthand. I make up words. Sometimes I write in Spanish because I speak Spanish a little bit. Linking words that are shorter in Spanish, like, I will write them as part of my English sentence. And I use like symbols and all sorts of things. And the thing is, again, like, it's just you that needs to read it. So just write however you'd like. Like, if it's natural for you to forget how to spell remember, just write RMB or whatever it is that like is the shorthand way of writing it, because it's just you who needs to read it, and you don't even need to read it back, to be honest. It's just you that needs to understand it when you're writing it down. So I hope you guys can kind of take away something from this video. Essentially, there's no judgment. It gives you an opportunity to reflect. It can help empty your mind so you're more focused on your tasks at hand for the rest of the day. Try not to skip more than 2 days in a row, and finally use it as an opportunity for manifestation and then affirming the beliefs that you want to really be ingrained within you. That's something that honestly I'm working on. I think it's definitely a journey, but I think journaling has been such an important part of my journey, and something that like I would love to be able to tell you guys will be a long-term habit of mine. But again, as is the nature with this whole thing, I'm not going to judge myself, and I'm just going to see how I go. And I hope you guys will give it a chance, and if not, I hope you find whatever it is that makes you happy. So on that note, guys, I love you so much. Here is a virtual hug from me to you. Mwah. And I will see you in my next video.